thing so much that it's not going to illuminate that much.
Yeah. That's what the guys were saying, if we could just replace the bulbs or the fixture or something, you know, to put out more light. They said that the light's there and it's working, but it's just not putting out any light.
It's been my experience that the visual of a unit is far more effective than speed bumps. I know I said it before, I've always been against them. Fort Worth spent a tremendous amount of money putting them in, and even more money taking them back out when they found out that they weren't getting the compliance they felt. Having a traffic control officer there had a lot more effect than what the speed bumpers did. They have to be maintained, and people were hitting them anyway and wrecking out. If they were truly the example of something that would work, you could make an argument to put them on every street out here. And I haven't seen that says that they actually work the way that people think they would work. But I do agree with the lights, that we all know in law enforcement that lighting deters a lot of the crime. And I think there's only one light on that street, and you know, it might be beneficial to put one down by the intersection of Black Oak and Hallam. I know there's one in the middle.
Was there one there?
There is one there.
Is
There's one there, and there's also one at Meandering, but
they might be dim then. But I did notice the one in the middle, and it definitely needs some work.
Yes, sir.
Chief, have you ever came from 287 heading into downtown, like to go to 7th Street or 4th Street?
Mm-hmm.
They put ribbon bumps down, because everybody comes, you gotta come from 50 down to 30.
Mm-hmm.
And those sure seem to work. And it's not like it's gonna make your car wreck or jump off the ground or anything either.
Just brings your attention. It's kind of like the deal at the airport when you're approaching the toll booth.
Yeah, there's about 4 of them for each tire, so.
Well, I was kind of thinking, you know, I was just looking and trying to think out of the box and maybe lower the speed limit to 20 on that street. You know, so.
you can't do it no long.
We have to have, what are the conditions to lower it to 20?
Well, it has to be a school zone or a park, but as far as our regular is 30 miles an hour, you can go 5 below.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can only lower it to 25. Well, let's do that. Let's look at putting it on the next one to lower it to 25, and we understand it's a unique situation.
I was just trying to think out of the box,
Yeah.
you know, just something. Because it's going to be hard to even control it from the standpoint it's a one block. You've got cars parked on both sides of the street, residential. I can't turn a police car around in that unless I'm sitting ambushing them on one side or the other.
But at least if we get people used to, 1, lowering it, and then 2, at least knowing that there's a police car right there, or a little more often than there definitely is normally.
Larry, what time of day are you seeing that?
We see it in the evening, when Grumps they have people that park on Black Oak that are facing, you know, this direction. And so when they leave there, a lot of them will come down the street. Some of them are young. And we have to be very cautious with the children. You know, of course we watch them anyway. There's so many pedophiles in the area. But I just think because it's one block long, they feel like they need to get to Meandering quickly or get to Black Oak. And I've been out there with a whistle. I do the same thing in front of the daycare when I see people. So I'd get up there with a whistle and blow it, thinking I might deter them, you know. But the 25 mile an hour on Yale doesn't work, you know, and you can see that, but you can't put a policeman there all the time because they're so busy, you know. And so the people who live there see that, and I don't know why they feel the need to go so fast. I really don't. I'm just concerned about it. And mainly, it's happened before, but not as much as it does now since Grumps has been there. I'm very happy that they're there and they're doing well, but our street sometimes is used as an access to get back to Roberts Cutoff or, you know, Meandering going that way or whatever. So we're just, so a lot of us are concerned about it, and so I just,
Well, meandering is another excuse of, another example of that road's in such bad disrepair,
yeah.
but they speed up and down it, and knowing this, there's enough people that are new to it,
right.
they're going, and they still drive on that thing too
Oh,
fast.
yeah. But they got a stop sign
And it's a
there.
rough road,
Yeah,
very rough road.
yeah. The stop sign works pretty good at that corner for them, but it doesn't work very good on, Yale, from Yale crossing, Black Oak at all. It's just, people just will sit there and just won't stop. They don't know what stop means. They just go through it, you know? And so, anyway, we can't do anything about that, but I know a policeman can't be there watching all the time, and maybe if we don't see any improvement, maybe several of us that have cameras will just have to bring and show you what's going on with it, you know what I mean? Because you guys are busy all the time. So I just wanted to see if we could do something.
I will say, about the speed bumps, because we actually have done research on just reading about the speed bumps, because other people have requested them in other areas.
Sure.
And they really, are not shown to be effective. But when you read the research, it's because it'll slow them down temporarily, and as soon as they're over the bump, they speed up, and then they'll slow down again. So you would either have to have multiple ones. So I'm just wondering, and I'm not, necessarily for speed bumps, but when you only have a one block, area, if that wouldn't slow them down just enough in that one block to make a difference. I don't know, I'm just saying. Usually I wouldn't say that, but when you think about the proximity of it, a speed bump might actually work. But then you get to the safety part of it, and I realize that's a whole different ballgame.
If you look at the ribbon deal, go look at it and try it.
They don't have to be 2 foot tall or whatever.
If I understand the way our police cars work now with the amount of cars versus officers,
Yes, sir.
have we ever looked into possibly parking one with dark tinted windows there, move around the city at different places to look like it's being there when you don't have the manpower?
We could, but the drawback to that is somebody's gonna break windows out. Just saying. But we could. That's what you're saying.
Just think about it.
So we'll look into the, what John...
Are you talking the ones where they like cut the little divots?
No, I don't want nothing cut in the road. They got little, they're probably not this wide and about that long, probably 6 to 10 inches apart. You go across them, I mean, you're gonna not keep going fast.
That would be, maybe get with Gordon and see if that's something we could get down there and see if at least...
You come around 287 and head into downtown, doesn't matter if you go to 4th or 7th.
So if you hit it in like one of the loaded down fire trucks...
It ain't gonna affect that, they can't be
Okay.
more than that tall.
Okay.
Just get your attention.
Nothing up.
Maybe we could look at something like that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Okay. Thank
You
you.
definitely know they were going fast if they really went across them fast.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
And I'll keep following up with Sean at Encore about the lighting.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Claire. And it is something, and we'll keep it on, it'll stay on the radar and let us know how that, if it improves.
We'll see.
Okay. And it's very
If
good.
not, I'll be back.
Absolutely. And it's very good to see you and
Yeah.
here tonight, so.
Yeah. He can't hear, he doesn't have his hearing aid on. He said it's glad to see you here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, just good to be seen.
God bless you. Okay, we're gonna move on to item number 10, which is consider approval of a 7.5% CPIU operating cost adjustment as requested by Waste Connections LLC for commercial solid waste collection.
You're up, Norm. Oh,
Alright.
let somebody else give the bad news.
Good evening, council, mayor. My name is Abel Moreno, I'm district manager for Waste Connections. I'm here with Norm Bulash, representing Waste Connections. Just to simply state, we pick up your trash for your commercial properties and your industrial roll-off.